What's all this ruckus? Ah, but I see you're as welcome as so you were, and there we are. Ha ha! No need. So, now that it's hard to put Captain Aureus, though. So there are. She seems alive. Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross. Unfortunately, that we've cordoned off. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront. Except a human, you say. And yet, I don't quite know what to make of. Oh, but that's not such magic is to be out in the... But of course, it's handy. Ah, the Legion. Someone is responsible for the... Jake was murdered. I'm glad we've met. Once you're there, just... And with that,
Sects, undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we will.
Well, what does it matter? Daylight was more suited to my nature anyway.
Yes, honest man for an honest day.
Hey, Tull. I think that was him.
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? I'm Captain Aureus, if you... Gods above! Nevertheless, the scene of the crime is over at the King. Esmeralda is What? You're going to stand there and claim... If you must. Bravo! How am I enjoying? We are the pride of... I'd say they're... Yes! And he also spent...
I hope your quest fares well, dear Hunter. But certainly... Oh, I am but my task up. You see, to my great regret, none... Oh, but that's not such magic is to be out in the... But of course it's handy to... Oh, that'll never happen. I'm my own wizard, by all means. Of course. I hope you're in... I can but they say... Oh, I say man, and it took a while for the... How and why he came to be... I myself have... Now, it may well be established that she... I can't say much... And what might those be? Those who are raising... The enemy is... You have a flair for... Until they conclude... Oh, I mean...
Please do keep shouting.
Greetings, Source Hunter. Not exactly the friendly.
Source? What? What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
By the quill that oh yes. As for how you on such a tiny and time ought not showed.
I think that imp may be quite.
Use the portal! You mean those It's not that I beg. Goodness me. It is. I can't say. In fact, but why spoiled? After you. Oh, what? Yes! Just as I hoped. There it is. Come, don't delay.
And he's off.
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
Could it be?
Indeed.
Astounding.
You have brought
My reaction.
This is a question. If any other, but you are so pleased. A stone. Not like never, but yours have.
But, madam,
Like the source hunter, Starstone is. Do you see?
mysteries of...
It would appear.
I see.
Yes. If we do not restore time without these, for a reason, I.
That shall never please our most...
How welcome you are upon this in the ethereal, the drift of content. Except, it seems, you ask, and I am. Perhaps am I the beginning? Alas, a hidden. I believe. Oh, and yet. Quite so. I do not know, but perchance what it is. I reside in another. I think that perhaps know that no longer, but suddenly new threads in them. These starstones.
The glint in your gaze and the snow with you, but you'll need a way to... Luckily, off you go then. You crossed my heart, like the imp said, wouldn't it just? Just like yours, from what I can get. Ruins. Neither do I. This in turn, more we may not understand. Oh, I don't know, but of course, so... Get lonesome. Well, yes, perhaps you can imagine. Before you go, Source, I hope you'll be able to...
I know the imp historian has told you about his agent, and I'll be delighted to give it. It can therefore... That means the task you have been given remains crucial. While you... The advantage. That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Don't we all long... But perhaps, like any cat worth... Let me phrase it. I'll not pretend. If Zigzags... I met him first, so I told him. In the end, he even... Oh, before you go, here. You'll need the other one. Now that this matter has been...
Well, so fast to saying I've got my eye.
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something.
Hey, wow. I'm Murphy. Jake's dog. Oh, you know who I miss? I came here.
He's dying.
Here lies Jake. Please do not disturb.
Jake, what
Trickery is this? That's
Are you
not
here,
Jake.
Jake?
It's a rotting sheep's corpse. It seems someone
Someone
snatched.
stole. Listen, if you go around town at Esmeralda, Jake has the best smell. I'd know it anywhere. Join you. Without my best friend, the most awesome Jake ever. Here.
So, what's the bad news? Sad story that I just concern myself. A sheep? There's no need for all that then. I buried that blasted sheep. In its place was a I knew I had to bury now. You can imagine I've spent plenty of us shopkeepers. He could have used it to sidle Aureus himself. Can't see why he'd I know it sounds It was she who'd it seemed she could barely... And this may or may... I never saw... It was she who rang my bell just before the body was snatched. Lured me outside. That gold's the only good thing to come out of this blasted affair. And I certainly plan on making some use of it. Look, there's no need for all that. Take the gold then, and we'll call the rest
Oh, I'm no hero, Esmeralda, dearest. I'm just doing my duty.
Upon which I may rest my weary soul in these trying and...
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. Listen, if you're gonna accuse me as...
Oh, that horrid tome of ill repute.
I never liked her from the moment she hails from... If anyone killed my Jake, it must be her. She had her claw...
Boots. Join the Fun Club if you've got an eye for barber
To what do I owe the repeated pleasures? Me? It was I who cured the Dutch. Not to mention that it's been my... Yes, she's in the other room as we speak. She's gotten out. But she claims utter rubbish, I say. Well, she's certainly... I expect you'll be a very successful Sorry, but, certainly, what would you like to know?
Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the seven... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an apprentice of the healer. I've been racking my brain trying... What would you like to know? One of the brave few, thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here straight away. Quite the venerable staple of Cyseal, Stephen, and recently blessed with his third grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple. Nearly everyone in Cyseal is familiar with grinning Stephen, and as you can imagine, he's quite... Is that so? I arrived at the inn. I personally delivered the corpse the short distance. Yes, secure. I myself, but it's strange. You are?
Boris's life has just begun. We can't cut it short.
Yes, Boris...
Boris it is?
What's taking tenderfoot so long?
No, no! This is highly abnormal. What is this? This lightning?
I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell.
Stitching time, friends!
The Legion stands. Your word is my command.
Wolgraff spotted something.
Aha! I have company, I see. I'm just about out of laces here. Now, your job is to put... Right then.
Wolgraff spotted something.
Try to enter the church.
Hold your horses, stranger. This holy hall may be... Ha! Who are... It is a wish we... How is she known among the loyal? The exalted one. She who speaks for the goddess. Before such piety, we cannot...
Source hunt. Still, I cannot, but now with Brachus Rex nearly perhaps for the better. Still, after all, the end is. And here I thought you'd so. You know as well as I that I have chosen my only wish for all of River. Brachus Rex, wouldn't you like follow me?
The 7 grant abundance. A hidden switch. Perhaps it has something to do with opening that hatch. A switch much like the first. Could there be more? What was that? I heard the sound of scraping in the main hall. much magic here.
The pedestal
How
is
will we
carved
deactivate
with a shallow six-sided
cultist must have used some kind of
Something
key
very
or
small
spell
and
to get
hexagonal
through.
may fit inside.
Wargraf spotted a trap.
So she's got a lair on the beach, does she?
Perhaps that's where she stashed Jake's body.
This seems to be the location mentioned in Evelyn's diary.
Excuse me, you're me? Oh, they say a sorcerer's work is never source murder. Oh, son, you're giving me a...
It should be our duty to end your wicked life, but you just seem so harmless.
Agreed. Abstain from...
Oh, source hunter, are you? Ah, go on, then. Didn't you read the spell, my friend? We who step through yonder gate, the hunters hate. Eh? Doesn't sound like your sort of crowd, does it? Don't let's worry about that. No, don't push me. Trust me. There's nothing in that cave. Oh, I was given a bit of gold to keep people. Oh, brown friend of yours? You aren't planning on going where you ought not to go, are you? Au contraire, my friend. There'd be no... But I must say I'm...
I've got to warn the others.
Oi! Is you the one what locked this here gate? Well, myself. But since my lady seems to have barred it, I reckon if you don't already know, that may be above your... Can't you recognise a fellow in that... Is that right, small bones? Maybe you can give me a single good reason for I rip your arms out. Fair enough.
These fellows are so focused on their work, they seem to be impervious to any other distraction.
Even the hollowing of orcs couldn't shake them out of their strange stupor.
Curse your stupidity, Evelyn. Look over there. Your foolish games have brought source hunters into our very midst. I have no time for these distractions.
Of course, O Holy Conduit. I will deal with them swiftly.
See to it that you do.
You! Your stomping through my affairs has cost me dear. That wretch is but a thrall. His unwillingness to cooperate has proven... Yes, a Brachus Rex. Centuries in his grave. She is ours. But no, you are not worthy. He was the great. He will aid us in our task. You mean my... I'll put it safe imbued to save a great luck, considering the imminent...
The Sorcerer. Here I am. Very safe. Ming, you can... Leandra! Leandra! It wasn't to be. I was stuck down in the prime of my sorcery, and by whom? Leandra's own side. Ikara. Yet very little indeed. She shunned all. Take vengeance on my murder. The conduit was there. I heard such. She swerved a man. Yet, but not a moment foolish grasp. When she reached, she brought me back to unlife. Yes, yes. The king of Brachus Rex has no. The hour is nigh. You do not bring. I am of little.
Source Hunter, you have done it, haven't you? You've discovered the fate of Counselor Jake. God, forgive me, this new... The possibility... There have long been... That place is crawling with... Come to think of it. It's nothing, Hunter. She is a great... I can only surmise that... Alas, the Legion didn't... Leandra. She's as smart as... Now, you said, Jake, there's a village in... This village is called... And I will see if I...
Brachus Rex's name alone is enough to turn our friendly neighborhood wizard into a scaredy cat.
I wonder why this ancient spectre spooks him so. Oh.
The immaculate amulet fits perfectly inside.
Source Hunter! By the health of the Seven, you're here. I'm beyond redemption now. King Brachus. I've done a terrible thing. I'll tell you all I know, Source. Resurrected, the last of the man. It was during this... Brachus was a dangerous monster. But I promised to extract the secret. I was given a great... The conduit said it would imbue Brachus with life. My failures. The gold guards the light. Undead, Source Hunter. Curse her name. She claims to be a link. It was she who showed me what could turn any soft soul. The conduit had shown me how to raise. Now the conduit's promise seems you can defeat the unholiness I've read.
past the fear.
Bless the sunlight and storm.
Source Hunter. Is it so magnificent? I was so fearful. I'm a wizard. I was once under Brachus's thrall, as you can imagine. But he hasn't, and he never will. You have foiled one of it is therefore I will vouch for. What I do know is that so you have heard of her. We were fast friends. He remorsed, and so giving the matter no as your swords and I very well, Hunter.